Hi, everybody. This is Maria Sirois. I'm so glad you've decided to participate in this summit. And this is my free gift, which is an exploration of authenticity. One of the conversations that I often have has to do with the connection between authenticity and thriving. And it turns out it is very hard to thrive if you are not living a life that is truly your life. This is not a new teaching. It has been with us for centuries. Marcus Tullius Tiro, who was an assistant to Cicero, wrote the following: Sup at your own wells, drink from your own cup, see through your own soul's eyes. We have Mary Oliver in the last century reminding us, what to do. What will you do with your one wild and precious life? Antonio Machado, what have you done with the garden entrusted you? And the wisdom keepers go on and on and on and on about the essential question, which is, who are you really? Well, positive psychology seeks to do something in addition to ask, who are you? Or who are we? But encourage us rather to move toward our better selves. See, authenticity is not a fixed place. It's not, this is who I am and that's it. I'm going to be this for the rest of my life. Life has an impact on us. It has its way with us, and other people have an influence as we meet new people, as our circumstances change, as the qualities and strengths that we decide to cultivate within us grow. We actually experience ourselves anew, and this is beautiful and wonderful and resilience building to actually allow a multiplicity of selves within ourselves. So what I wanted to introduce are just a couple of sort of practices that you could explore in order to build more authenticity within you in the service of becoming more and more your better selves. So one practice is simply a very straightforward one. It's called sentence completion rather. You wake up in the morning, you ask yourself, if my day today were 3% more authentic, I would, and then you fill in the blank and you just spit answers out. You don't try to think through this strategically. You just spit answers out, maybe 6 answers. If my day today were 3% more authentic, I would blank, 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 blank. Choose one of the answers that you particularly like and invest in it 3% that day. Now, 3% is just one moment or one interaction or maybe 5 minutes. It's small because we want to build in the habit of small daily change in a positive direction. Small daily change in a positive direction builds success over time. You might ask yourself, if I were 5% more true to my values at work today, that's another authentic building question. Or if I were, 6.7% more honest with myself about how I'm actually feeling, that would also cultivate authenticity. So you can use these sentence completion questions each day, every morning, and I encourage you to do it for 30 days in a row. Because here's what you will uncover if you take any one of these questions and play with them 30 days in a row. You will uncover, number one, that certain themes show up over and over again, and those are going to be really important to pay attention to, like the theme of really being true to the value of being in integrity, or the value of showing up on time, or the value of putting love above discipline, or the value of putting discipline above love, right? Everyone's different. The second thing you'll come to see is that in practicing such a positively oriented habit a little bit every single day, you'll remind yourself that your life is yours to shape. And no one else can shape it in the direction of what is true and healthy for you better than you can. Now, there are a few myths about authenticity I'd like to just review for you. The first is not about being perfect. It's not about being the good girl or the good guy all the time. It's also not about speaking the truth all the time. There are certain moments when one deeply held value like love will be in conflict with another deeply held value like honesty. And we will wrestle with which value is the value that in that moment brings us toward our better selves and elevates the greatest good around us. Think about a time when a child may have approached you with a very 4-year-old kind of drawing and said to you, "Isn't it beautiful?" And the honest response might be, "I have no idea what that is." But the loving response would be, "This is amazing how many colors you've sort of put together in this piece," right? Sometimes a value will conflict with another, and it's up to us to spend the time to consider, who am I at my best in this moment? And therefore, which value will I lead from? And the third thing I'd like to suggest, a myth to let go of, it's that it's not about being liked. In the journey of authenticity, every single person knows that not everyone will agree with who we want to become or who we are showing up as now. And that is painful and okay. I would not ask of you, why were you not Moses? This is a quote from Rabbi Susia. I would not ask of you, why were you not Moses? I would ask of you, why were you not yourself? Why not live the one life given you? Or as Martha Graham reminds us, there is a quickening, a vitality, a life force within each of us that is unique. And if it does not exist in our expression, it will not exist in any other time or place in the world. Each of us is unique. And the price of that uniqueness may be that some relationships may not last. And some relationships may be altered. And some relationships may be inspired by our devotion, our commitment to moving toward greater authenticity. And here's the last bit of good news I'd like to offer you. As you do this journey, if my day today were 3% more authentic, if I were 5% more honest with myself, if I were 6% more connected to my core values, as you shape each day by shaping yourself and how you show up in the day, you will find increasing optimism, happiness, efficacy, self-esteem, creativity, and courage. For if nothing else, authenticity is a journey of courage. You will inspire others to do the same, and you will draw towards you like-minded, like-hearted others who are also ready to be brave on their own behalf and on the behalf of showing up in life as a slightly better self. It's so wonderful to be with you. I wish you well on your journey.